Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a fill-in. So as you can see, she does have some glitter acrylic on her nails as well as some colored acrylic. So we're going to have to file that off, and for that I'm going to be using my extra coarse drill bit. As always, whenever we're filing away the acrylic or the glitter, we're just filing around the cuticle area first and just working our way around the nail to remove all of that glitter as well as the colored acrylic. And as always, this is the reason why I always do a coat of the clear acrylic underneath, so that way whenever they want something different, we can just easily file away all of that acrylic to the clear base. Again, I'm using an extra coarse drill bit. It is a safety one, which means that it's not going to be, too easy to cut someone just in case you were to file on their skin. So I do recommend that you get a safety drill bit for this part. This is the same one that I use whenever I remove gel polish. So we're going to go ahead and finish doing this. I'm using it between 10,000 and 15,000 RPMs. And I kind of just, speed it up a little bit if I need to, but it's always in between 10 and 15 when I'm doing this part. As you see there, I just removed a little piece of acrylic that was lifting. You will be able to tell if it's lifting because it's going to look a little bit whitish. So you just use your same drill bit to remove that lifted part. Remember, as always, you want to make sure that you do not remove lifting with a pair of nippers because it's going to cause the nail to lift a lot more. And if it is lifted really bad, then you might as well just go ahead and remove the nail and replace it with a new one, because if not, most likely it's still going to lift if you try to go in there and fix it if it's really bad. But we're going to go ahead and continue removing all of the glitter as well as the colored acrylic, and then we can move on to the next step. Alrighty, so now we're just going to go in with a cuticle pusher and we're just going to be pushing back those cuticles. As always, this just helps to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. You can use any type of cuticle pusher that you like, whether it's wood, plastic, metal, as long as it can be disinfected or disposed of. Now we're going to go in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. Starting from the right side, working our way to the left side, just going back and forth around that cuticle area again to remove the shine. Something else about when you're using your drill is you want to make sure that you keep your drill moving at all times. You don't want to leave it in one spot for too long, and you also don't want to put too much pressure on the nail when you're using your drill, because it will cause friction and it's going to cause the nail to burn because it's going to produce heat. So again, keep your drill moving at all times. We're just removing the shine from the natural nail, and then after this we're going to go ahead and dust the nails off, and we're going to apply the primer. And for the primer, I'm going to use my Young Nail Protein Bond, and that's what I've been using for a while, and I haven't had any issues. You know, every now and then I get just a little bit of lifting, but not to where the whole nail is coming off or anything. So it definitely works really good for me. So again, we just apply the primer on the natural nail, and then after this we can go ahead and apply the acrylic. Now for the acrylic, we're going to be using some glitter acrylic, which is by Tammy Taylor in the color Hearts of Gold. This is really the only acrylic that I have by Tammy Taylor that I ever use. And then we're also going to be using our Glam and Glitz clear acrylic to use for the clear. So as you can see, this nail is actually just going to be clear, so I went ahead and just did the bead closer to the cuticle area, patting down and brushing it down towards the tip. And for this, I'm using one of my brushes that I have from Nail Supply Glamour, but I am going to be switching back over to my alpha brush in a number 10, which is an oval brush. The reason why is because this brush is really flimsy, so I don't like it, just doesn't let me like brush the acrylic evenly because it's so flimsy, if that makes sense. But anyways, now I'm using my alpha brush, and we're just applying the glitter on the nail. This is going to be more like in the middle, and then we're going to go in and apply the money. So the money I've already pre-cut, and make sure that when you're applying, you know, any type of, I don't know, whether it's a decal or anything that you're applying into the acrylic or on the acrylic, make sure that you apply it while the acrylic is still a little bit wet. That way it just kind of sticks right on. As you can see there, I'm just pressing it down with my fingertips in the back of the brush. Once it's nice and flat on the nail, we can go ahead and apply the clear acrylic over it to encapsulate it. You want to make sure that it's really nice and flat, because if not, whenever you come in to file, you're most likely going to file it off. Or if not, if it's not nice and flat on the nail, you will have to make the acrylic super thick just to make it, you know, nice and even. So just go ahead and flatten it out with your fingertips and press it into the acrylic. But again, it's really important that you do the base of clear first. That way, like, the money would just stick to the nail. But other than that, as always, we're just going to continue to do the same as always, just encapsulating that into the nail, making sure that we have a nice thickness and making sure that the nail is nice and smooth. For this one, we're going to apply a little bit of glitter as well on the tip. And then this one, we're going to do the money as well. We're going to go ahead and do the clear. That way the money sticks right onto the nail. And then this one is going to be the one that just says, "In God We Trust." And then, of course, I'm going to cut those off if I need to a little bit. So, you know, just apply them wherever you want, in whichever direction you want. But you want to make sure that it's not hanging off the nail, because then whenever you go in to encapsulate it, if it's hanging off the nail, you're not going to be able to encapsulate it properly. And then whenever you come back to file, most likely you will file it off. So make sure that, again, is nice and flat. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit more acrylic because it wasn't sticking to the nail, and that's just going to basically work as a glue for us. After this, we're going to go ahead and encapsulate it with the clear. And y'all, I need to give me some more Glam and Glitz clear acrylic because I ran out of it, and I really like it because, again, I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I feel like the Glam and Glitz, it dries a little bit faster. So I do recommend Glam and Glitz for someone that, you know, it's a little bit more experienced in doing nails. But if you are a beginner, I do recommend and you use Mia Secret because it gives you more time to work with it, so it doesn't dry as easily. So I know people are saying, like, you know, are you getting rid of the Mia Secret completely? Are you just gonna switch over to Glam and Glitz? And I'm still gonna keep my Mia Secret because I still have a lot of it, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it all up. But I don't want you guys to think that, oh, Mia Secret Secret is not good anymore because she stopped using it. No, it's just the fact that, me and Secret, we all know that it's a little bit more on the runnier side. So sometimes, for someone like me that work a little bit faster, it just gets on my nerves that it doesn't dry as fast as I need it to. So I have to keep adding acrylic to build my thickness. And sometimes, you're not able to tell in the videos, but it does get on my nerves at times. So that's why I kind of like the Glam and Glitz a lot better. Again, it's just because it works a little bit more for someone that's been doing nails a little bit longer, or even just for someone that is a little bit faster at applying their acrylic because it just dries faster. But anyways, as you can see, we are on the index finger now. We applied the glitter right in the middle. We applied the one right like going down the nail, and then we're gonna go in and encapsulate the nail. Just like anything else, you want to make sure that it is fully encapsulated into the nail, because if not, whenever you come back to file, you will file it away. Also making sure that you clean around your cuticle area really good, because you don't want any of the acrylic on the skin, because then you will get lifting. Alrighty, and for this thumb, we're going to go ahead and same thing, just do the small bead of clear, and then we're going to do the glitter on the entire nail, and then we're going to do like the number 1 on this one, like right in the middle, and then same thing, we're going to just go in and encapsulate it. Again, I'm using my alpha brush in a number 10, and it's an oval shape. And I really like their brushes, so I'll be sure to leave the link in the description so you guys can go check them out. And just as we were talking about the brushes the other day on my live, I was telling you guys how it's really important that you invest in a good brush, because this will literally make or break your sets. If you don't use a good brush, the product is going to build onto your brush, and it's going to be really hard for you to have a smooth application, because trust me guys, I've been through there. I've been through the stage where I want to go cheap on a brush, and I was literally having to buy a brush so often because the product would get stuck to it, and then it was almost impossible to clean it off. So just go ahead and invest in a good brush that's gonna last you, but you do have to make sure that you know, even if it's a really good brush, you still have to take care of it. So make sure that you're wiping your brush off a lot on a paper towel as you're working. I use the Viva paper towels, and then also after each set I soak my brush in a little dapping dish with acetone, and I do that after every person, literally after each client. I let it soak for like 10 minutes, and that's just gonna get any of the product that's in your brush out. And then after that, you can just clean it, wipe it off on a paper towel, and let it sit, and then next time for your next client is good to go. But anyways, now we're gonna do basically the same thing on the other hand. We're gonna leave the ring fingers just clear, and then we're gonna do the money with the clear on the other hands, or sorry, the other fingers. Alrighty, y'all, so now that we're finished applying the acrylic, we're going to go in and shape up the nails. We're going to be doing a coffin shape, so we're filing the sides and the free edge at a 90-degree angle. Make sure that when you're filing the sides, that you're filing from the side of the nail going inwards towards the tip to get that coffin shape, and then just file your free edge exactly a 90-degree angle as well to make sure that you get like that super perfect coffin shape to where it's really, you know, squared at the tip. So we're going to go ahead and do that on each nail, and then after that we can go in with the e-file and just file all of the nails. Alrighty, y'all, so we finished filing and buffing the nails. So now we're going to go in and polish two of the nails, which will be both of the ring fingers. And we're going to be using this Madam Glam gel polish in the color Lost in the Greens, which is a really pretty forest green. We're going to be doing 2 coats on each ring finger, and we're going to cure them for 30 seconds. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in and apply the Madam Glam Gel Top Coat. Remember that I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below for anyone that's interested in purchasing any of the Madam Glam Gel polishes. As you guys know, I have a ton of them, and I absolutely love them because they go on so good. The coverage is just flawless. The consistency is perfect, and they are just everything. So I'll be sure to leave all of that information down below for you guys. But again, we're applying the top coat. We're doing 2 coats of the green as well, curing each coat for 30 seconds and curing the top coat for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. They turned out really pretty. I absolutely love that gold glitter by Tammy Taylor, and then that green just went so well with it. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNail32, and I'll see you guys next time.